Good song. Such a good song. I had to play just a little itty bitty bit of it. Knockout, Monique, little hey Momo. I love that song too. Such a good song. It really is. Tracy Chapman, you know, and I can't think of any other albums that she really had, but I know this one song, and this one song has become just like everybody. If you ask anybody, Tracy Chapman, Fast Car, automatically. You know, I mean, she's become known for this song, you know, and it's such a good song. Oh my goodness. What's up, Nicole? Cool, Nicole. Do you like Tracy Chapman's song called Fast Car? Man, it's such a good song. It just kind of, man, just takes you away on this little journey. But you know, I've been looking at some of the songs we've had over the last, actually in the 80s, because, you know, because I think I'm kind of an 80s kind of person, you know, all the good and bad that go with it. And I was looking at all of it and I started thinking, man, just how joyous and how just carefree and how just, you know, that life is wonderful and everything's grand and all this kind of this is stuff that was in the 80s. And I start looking at all these people and wondering, you know, let's see. She's still alive. He's dead. She's still alive. He's still alive. She's dead. Yeah, yeah. My Sharona, the Knack, and some Bee Gees, yeah. And some ZZ Top, yeah. All good stuff. I mean, all just great songs. Sounds like I'm getting a cold. No, I don't think it's a cold. I think it's more like allergies. We were in a, let's see, what do they call it here? An air quality alert is what we're under. And so it means basically that we're in some kind of ozone layer kind of thing. And so where the air is definitely not its normal quality of yuck to where it's super yuck now. Oh, I don't even know. I don't even know if she's paying us any attention. Yeah, it's just the allergies. So, Knockout, how are you doing? I haven't seen you in a long time. And Momo, oh, you're in a heat warning. Let me tell you something. I had to go out today. I actually, okay, I actually had to go get groceries. Oh my God. Can you believe it? I actually had to go pick my own groceries up from, are you ready for this? Wally World. Oh my goodness. Hold on, Momo. Momo, hold on. Hold on. It was 102 here. No, 101. Excuse me. The previous day it was 102. You're telling me where you were at, it was 110 degrees. Because it was, let me tell you so, it was 101 today. And it took me about almost a quarter mile for the AC to start kicking in today. And man, I was dying until it got here. Oh, you got the Arizona weather. Well, we got the normal Texas hotter than a mother weather that it always is. But it's just not that hot. Well, maybe because I have seen it where it's been like this. But hotter than a mother is what it's been. Hotter than a mother. Texas weather that sometimes it is, Oh, when it's over 100, we can it the Arizona weather. Well, and now hold on. Now you're in Cali. Cali don't get 110 in June. Knockout, knockout. You're in a cold snap. Okay, you're in a cold snap. How cold is it? Texas is a Sun Belt state. Yeah, I think it is. I'm 60 years old, so the 60s and 70s classic rock is my favorite music. Sandy, you ain't that old. I believe I've heard you talk, and you don't sound that old. My sister from another mister. But we are 6 hours from Arizona. Well, we're okay. Maybe we're a day and a half away from Arizona, something like that. Knockout, are you serious? Oh my goodness, 40s for the lows. Okay, I officially hate the entire state of Wisconsin. Not only for the Green Bay, whatever they are, but 40s. Oh my goodness, I would so much love to be in 40-degree weather right now. Really would. Now it was 101 today. But of course, it was, 69 in the house. Because that's the benefit when you buy an air conditioner that's a half a ton more than what it should be, what your house is designed for. So when it's a half ton more than it's designed for, your air conditioner doesn't work quite as hard, and it's really able to cool it much easier, even in hot degree weather. So, which is what I did. So I made sure of it. So it would keep the house that. I mean, I could have a big gaping hole in the side of the side of a wall, and it would still keep it like nice and cool in here. So it's definitely a good thing. You only live 6 hours from Jags? Really? I did not know that, Momo. Where Jags live? Up in San Fran? Yes. Well, Sandy, stand up and yell it from the top of the house. And it's a credit to you, ma'am. It is definitely a credit to you. I mean, you made it, you know? I mean, neither one of us is doing anything that you could consider safe, or warranted by people who uh, have much intelligence, really, when you get down to it. I mean, it's crazy. Momo, you just turned 42 last week. Well, happy belated birthday to you. Jags is living in Arizona. Nobody lives in Arizona. It's like all desert. Well, no, that's wrong. Scottsdale, Phoenix, or actually, they just suck in all the water out of any other place that Cali couldn't in order to turn that a portion of desert into nice grassy land, nice green land, rather than tan no nothing with some crazy cactus in it. Your whole family is from Arizona? Oh, goodness. Big Nate. Nate, where have I been hiding at? Ah, brother, I wish I could tell you that I was doing absolutely anything of worth, but it's just been a lot of work and an incredible amount of work. Knockout, you turned 45 in May. Oh my goodness. So we're like all around the same age now. Oh goodness. Yeah, well, Sandy, goodness. I always Sandy, I always feel a special bond to you because of the selected businesses that we were in, that I'm still in. But I've always felt a kind of a unique bond with you, kind of a brother and sister at arms kind of deal. And hey, you made it. You got through it and you survived. So hats off to you. Just like another individual that and maybe some people here might know, my brother Voodoo, you know, definitely an American hero. And Sandy, I would put you in that same category, a hero. Voodoo was, yes. Voodoo was, yes. Braden. Well, Braden, it ain't been that long, but I want to go back here just 1 second here to YouTube Watcher. You want to go to Skinwalker Ranch, but you heard the government bought the land, so there's no visitor allowed. I didn't hear that part. It was still, last time I knew, it was bought by a private investor who was doing a TV show, a weekly TV show out there about some of the scary things that were going on, some of the unidentified aerial phenomena, the UAPs, or I call them the PALs, the PAUs, phenomena, aerial, phenomena that's aerial, unidentified. Been looking at some theory videos and abandoned places and whatnot. Been really interested in that type of stuff in recent weeks. Just theories about shows or just life itself. Yeah, I know. Yeah, YouTube. I have seen a lot, on it, and that's kind of in the title today. Good morning, UFOs. I should have put UAPs, or PAUs, but I didn't. Yeah, I've been getting into it now. Skinwalker Ranch is a place where some of the most strange and amazing things are happening. And it's a place where you're seeing, I'm just calling what everybody else does, UFOs, cryptids, cattle mutilations, strange magnetic readings, and all in one spot. All in one spot. And some of it is absolutely just amazing. Anna, I'm crazy. How are you? What's going on, Anna? And I always felt very close bond with you also. Thanks, Sandy. Then it's reciprocal. Because yes, definitely. Definitely. Anna, it has been a long time since I've seen you. I so hope you were doing okay. I miss not seeing you around. Really miss not seeing you around. I wish you'd come around more. You probably would return with, well, I wish you'd stream more. And I'm telling you, I love to stream. I do. I just love to stream. But unfortunately, let me tell you what's been going on. What has been going on is I've been a night hawk. You've been really sick, really. What was it? It was it a medical illness? Not medical. Duh. Of course it is. um, has it been an illness? Okay, an illness other than COVID, or was it actually COVID? Because that stuff can, man, that stuff can really, it can mess you up. Me too, Braden. I wish all the best for everyone. Everyone on YouTube, even those that are whacked out and weird and strange and all kinds of stuff. Oh, your knee and your back. Welcome to the family. That's been me also. My knees have been killing me lately. I'm serious. I mean, my knees and my back have been killing me so badly that sometimes it's just hard to even get out of bed. You know, but and sometimes you just, I don't want to get out of bed. Well, Braden, you can get that same effect from a little powder. And no, I'm not talking about cocaine. Definitely not talking about that. But it's called BC powders because it has acetaminophen, aspirin, and caffeine, which is basically what you're getting with headache pills and Mountain Dew, and a little glass of water, and it has basically the same effect. No, we don't need the cocaine. No, we don't. No, 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 no. Right. I have to have my knee replaced. Oh, and I'm so sorry to hear that. That ain't no joke. I'm telling you. I mean, when I got my right knee injured, oh, really? You had shoulder surgery to repair your bicep? Really? I did not know that. Now, Momo, why are you having a meeting with an employee over 7 minutes of overtime? Isn't that just a little bit, picky? 7 minutes? Yeah, Momo, that's also what's in my doll. Oh, Sandy, you received your 2 COVID vaccines. I'm not doing it. It could make you impotent, or you could start growing a horn out your forehead. Any number of things. I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting. But I've known a lot of people who have had it. But like I've said before, I always thought I was almost positive that I had it in 2019. And so I've never gotten it, and I should have. But and even in my line of work, I haven't had it. My temperature has been 92.7 or 92.97, 97.2 now for about the last 30 days. So I'm just not getting it. And that's knock on wood. Or maybe I should knock on my forehead, one or the other. And it's a good thing. Hey, Bella, you had your second shot yesterday and have been running 102. Oh, my goodness. Oh, man. I hope you get over it soon. You will. You will. They say that's what happens when you get the second shot. Then you get the fake fever and all of the fake stuff, and then it just goes away, and then you're happy go lucky. And then I've heard some people say they got so sick they threw up, and I've heard other people who said they've had absolutely no side effect whatsoever from it. So I guess it just, it depends. It depends on your all the chemical balance and everything else that you have. And yeah, but good gosh, it's a roller coaster ride, right? Sandy, did you have any side effects when you got your second shot? Because I hear that's when it hits. If it's going to hit you, that's when it's going to happen. When you get that second shot, when you get the second shot. What's up, coaches? By the way, ladies and gentlemen, Clayton, howdy. If you haven't gone over to see Coachisms, you really want to go over there. So number one, you can see this dude here that's in your on your screen in front of you, with the cowboy hat and the handlebar mustache wrestle. Then I am a professional wrestler, a Boit, the best of YouTube community. And if you go to Coachism's channel, just type in Coachism in the search engine. You can go over there, and generally on Friday, you can go over and see some Boyd community wrestling, and who knows, you might even see me. So just to let you know, and this was all done, all created, all maintained, all by Coach, and it's some really high quality wrestling game that's in all the crazy characters of Boyd. And Clayton, hang on. And so you definitely want to get over there and check it out. Yeah, let's see here. We will try to do that right now, in fact, because it is so important to me, because it's just an amazing um, game, an amazing thing that Coach did. And you guys should all check it out. I hope that actually works. I hope that actually works. Yeah, there we go. It did work. Okay, Knockout, take care. It's good to see you again, Knockout. Come back, hang around. So Sandy didn't feel any side effects. Okay, cool. But anyway, go check out Coach. Coach deserves every bit of amazement that you can give him, because he's done such a fantastic job. And Coach, are there going to be other? Are you doing a show this Friday? You haven't gotten any of the COVID shots yet. Yeah, neither have I. But anyway, back to what I was saying is, after working. Oh, you are awesome. You okay, Coach? You did notice back here in the Royal Rumble that you did last week that I was in there for pretty much I think I was the third or fourth entry in the Royal Rumble, and I went all the way to 14 before I got thrown over the top rope. So yeah, so I'm actually, for some way, somehow, I seem to be getting better, and I don't know what that is. I don't know. I have no idea what I have no idea, but I am definitely started. Yeah, I did pretty good. I did pretty good. Now, not as well as who was it? The other guy that did. Oh man, he was in there for like 20 entries into the Royal Rumble. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There's LaDonna. See, LaDonna, you didn't think I was going to go on, but I did. I did. I started thinking about that, and I was like, man, I told her I was going to go on. It's like, it's late, but oh well, what the heck. I wasn't quite sure you'd be in. You would come in, but at least then I could say, hey, LaDonna, tried to meet you at Waterburger, and you didn't show. But actually, you showed up. But anyway, after working at nights for the last, 20 years, I'd say. Yeah, probably 20 years. Uh, I was informed that I need to go to work days. And after much thought and and trying to decide what was best, I went with it. Well, okay, I guess it's time to become a day walker. And I started working days only 2 weeks ago. And I got to tell you, I don't know how y'all do it. I really don't. I do not know how you do it. Like working the days. Number one, it's noisy. Number two, there's tons of people. Okay. I'm talking tons of people out during the days. Number three, you have to deal with 102 degrees. Normally, I'd be sleeping and I'd miss the whole thing. So I wouldn't even care what temperature it was outside because I didn't have to deal with it. Neither does anybody who works nights. We don't have to deal with this stuff, okay? And then trying to get over the fact that between the hours of 10 a.m. and pretty much 3 p.m., about 5 hours there, you call is the attack of the sleepies, is I think what I call it. The attack of the sleepies. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you. You talking about getting the nods? I mean, of course, what I'm doing now right at the moment is pretty boring, paperwork. It's kind of boring. But to do that, and I just want to find a place to lay down and sleep. So having to deal with that for the last 2 weeks has pretty much put me just out on the limb, especially for doing a stream. And yeah, and it's been kind of tough. It has been kind of tough. But yeah, it's been absolutely insane. It really has. Here lately. So I'm just trying to acclimate to this, you know. But anyway, go see Coach. Go see Coach. An evening, Friday evening, 7 Central Standard Time, 9 o'clock Pacific, or 9 o'clock Eastern Time, 7 o'clock Standard Time, and like 5 o'clock Pacific. And go in there and check it out, and you will love it. You will absolutely. It's entertaining. It's insane. It's crazy. And there's some excellent matches. And the other thing is, you don't have to listen to promos, well, many promos about the new up and coming thing. And hey, we're hitting the road again. Oh, okay. Is the show free? Oh, you're charging money for tickets to this. Hey, we're hitting the road again tour. If it was free, then it'd definitely be worth going and seeing. But uh, anybody who's charging $100 for a ticket to see professional wrestling, that at least in the WWE uh, is by some people that, to be honest with you, still need practice before, at least in my opinion, still need practice before they actually go uh, under the camera. Because I've seen I saw a few of the shows here lately, and there was some moves that went on that just didn't kind of get it. Oh, really? LaDonna's character? Okay. All right, Coach. Here, I have a few ideas about this. Okay, LaDonna's character should basically be in a straw hat with a corn pipe sticking out of the corner of her mouth, in probably um, regular leather attire with cowboy boots and a big belt buckle. Something like that. And maybe pigtails. Yeah, maybe pigtails. I think, yeah, that would just be just marvelous. But it's fantastic to see you guys. Really is. Really fantastic to see you guys. So let's get into the paranormal here. Okay, this paranormal stuff. Oh, you were thinking Mary Ann. Yeah. Kind of along that line. Yeah, good move, Coach. Yeah. That works. That definitely works. I could see LaDonna like that. Yeah. You haven't worn ropers in 20 years and you only wear lids. Oh, okay. It's all good. It's all good. Now, one of the things that in my line of work that we learn about is body language. And yes, this does fit into it here. Because with the body languages that we study, basically we kind of study streams. We study where is it at? I'm looking for it now. Where is it at? Just go ahead and talk among yourself here just for a second here. I'm trying to find it. Here it is. I think I have found it. Okay. I found it. Oh, you're going to throw coconuts at y'all noggins. Okay. Clayton, don't worry about it. You're not going to have to hide behind the trash can lid or anything like that. LaDonna, she's got terrible aim. She has terrible aim. So let's go ahead. Let's take a look at this. Okay. I think you're going to like this. I think you're really going to like this, actually. So we'll go ahead here. Boom. We'll just kind of look around. We'll just kind of check around a little bit. And kind of take a look and see what we can see with this.
People are saying they're seeing UFOs.
It makes it increasingly less likely that we're alone.
Objects in the skies that we don't know exactly what they are.
We don't have good explanations for some of the things that we've seen.
Well, there are a lot of people that are going to examine your facial expressions here, every twitch.
Maybe it has a very simple answer. Maybe it doesn't.
Okay. Now this is the behavior panel. And we're going to go through and we're going to watch a little bit of the first here where you kind of get to learn who these people are. And so they are 4 of the top body and behavior. I'll just let them tell you.
So, yeah. All right. All right, y'all ready?
Yeah, ready.
Here we go. I'm Scott Rouse. I'm a body language expert and analyst, and I train law enforcement in the military in interrogation and body language. And I created the #1 online body language course with Greg Hartley, bodylanguagetactics.com. Mark?
Sing along to this one. I'm Mark Bowden. I'm an expert in human behavior and body language. I help people all over the world to stand out, win trust, gain credibility every time they communicate, including some leaders of the G7. Chase.
Hey, I'm Chase Hughes. Did 20 years in the U.S. military. #1 best-selling author in behavior profiling, influence, and persuasion. I train intelligence operatives and the general public in those things. Greg?
I'm Greg Hartley, former Army interrogator, interrogation instructor, resistance to interrogation instructor. I've written 10 books on body language and behavior and put together this #1 body language course, bodylanguagetactics.com with Scott. I spend most of my time on Wall Street and in corporate America.
All right. Well, today we're going to talk about a topic that's become very popular lately, and it's the UFO situation that's going on. It seems like they're everywhere. Every time the Navy goes out somewhere, it seems like they're surrounded by them, and nobody knows what they are. And there have been hundreds of reports. I guess, 6,000 reports this year of UFOs alone.
Last year.
Or of spotting. Yeah, yep. I guess last year. So that's what we're going to be talking about. So we're going to go over videos of different people in the government who are being asked questions about the UFOs and what they are and what they might be, and they give their thoughts on that. Now, as we go through this, keep in mind, we don't care either way, whether they're real or fake or whatever it is. We're just telling you what we see in the videos we're going to show you. That's it. We don't care. We don't care truth, lies, whatever. We're just going to tell you what we see and what our thoughts are on what we see. So anybody want to add anything?
The only thing I would add is remember there's a big report coming out this month that is supposed to be an unclassified report. We'll hear one of these guys talk about how long it takes to clear that up. But this is looking at government officials who know kind of what's in that report before we ever see it and know what we heard.
Excellent. All right. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Before we start, please subscribe and hit the like button. That helps with our algorithm, and we want to get as many panelists as we possibly can. So if you subscribe, then you're a panelist. You're one of us. So come on in. The water's fine. All right, let's look at these UFOs things.
I had an interview the other day in which you said you've been briefed on unidentified flying objects. Are they real?
Well, I don't want to really get into it too much, but personally, I tend to doubt it. I mean, you have people that swear by it, right? And pilots have come in and they said, and these are pilots that are not pilots that are into that particular world, but we have had people saying that they've seen things. I'm not a believer, but I guess anything's possible.
We spoke to.
All right, Greg, what do you got?
Let's start.
Okay, so that's how it goes. And then they go ahead and they tell you exactly what's going on and what they see and the body language behind all of that. And so these guys they're fantastic people. They really are. But when you see here or you see here what Obama says.
And so, I think that people still take seriously trying to investigate and figure out what that is. But I have nothing to report to you today.
Okay. Okay, Chase, what do you got?
I think it's interesting that in a lot of these presidents and government officials, when asked this question in particular, you see the same lateral boundary hand movement. And we're seeing that in people who it's a pretty uncharacteristic behavior for. And I thought that was pretty interesting. We saw the same thing here in Obama. And I think there's honest behavior for the duration. It's keeping within all of his baseline movements. And I think at the end, we're seeing his contemplation about the other information. Not that there's any deception going on, but I think you can see those lips tighten up. He pulls his lips tight right at the end of the video. And I think he's withholding information. That's the definition of what lip compression suggests, denotes, or indicates, as Scott would say. I think that came from Joe Navarro.
And Sandy, now you're an individual like myself who I kind of get into this a little bit, just a little bit. Okay. And where I'm looking at, like he was talking about, people who kind of put their hands in front of themselves and kind of wave you off, kind of like this is the shield, the wall, in order, as like an area of protection, or people who purse their lips, like he was talking about, which can be either something they don't want to talk about or something that they know more than what they're sharing, to people in the directions of their eyes, the way that they look, whether they're looking to the left or they're looking to the right. Are they looking straight at you? Are they looking down? All this kind of thing. And it helps when you're talking to somebody, if you can actually tell whether they're being truthful or, like they say here, being deceptive. Or, for a lot of people, it's lying out your ass, either way. But anyway, the thing that I wanted to share with you in this, because it's an incredible thing, is right here. And this is where I'd like you to watch. So just I'm just giving you a little background on everything here. So the next up, this is where you want to watch because it's an incredible piece of video footage.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay, perfect.
So next month, a government report is expected to be made public on the sightings of UFOs. As the former director of national intelligence, I think there have been a lot of theories about UFOs. What do you make of these revelations? What might this be? Have you seen any yourself? What do you make of this?
Well, first, I think it is kind of, there is logic to the intelligence community addressing this, since the intelligence community has a lot of practice of dealing with ambiguity and less than complete facts. And secondly, I think it's really important that whenever we witness such phenomenon, that it is recorded and documented for the future. When we may gather more information and have a better understanding of what's transpiring.
Now, here's one thing I do want you to take note of. Former Navy pilot tells 60 Minutes that flight crews saw UFOs every day. Okay, every day for at least a couple of years. Think about that for a second. You mean you got up in this, $500 million aircraft, got up into the air, which you're trained to be an expert on, doing things that most people that just are amazing. And you've seen a UFO every day for at least a couple of years. So you're telling me you got up into the air every day for 700 days and saw a UFO for 700 days straight. That's kind of wow.
Could there be life out there? Sure. As huge as the universe is, we really can't reject that possibility. So I think this is a good thing. The transparency. I expect this report will be filled with ambiguity as well, and people, depending on their leanings, will extract what they want out of this report.
All righty, I'll go first on this one.
Okay, now that was the national leader of intelligence. And now here's a guy that I wanted to show you that they're talking to about it. And you watch him over here. He's been trained on counter intelligence and what not to do during an interview. And just watch his body language. It's weird, but when you look at it, you're telling, man, this guy's been trained on how not to be, not to have people examine what he's doing or where he's looking or anything. So you can't tell whether he's telling the truth or lying. Now watch what he does. You saw the last guy. Watch this guy.
When people talk about it, is there life, other life besides what's in the States, in the world, the globe? Life is defined in many different ways. And I think it's a bit presumptuous, if not arrogant, for us to believe that there's no other form of life anywhere in the entire universe. What that might, be is, I think, subject to, a lot of different views. But I think some of the phenomena we're going to be seeing continues to be unexplained, and might in fact be some type of phenomenon that is the result of something that we don't yet understand, and that could involve some type of activity that some might say constitutes a different form of life.
Wow. All right, Greg.
So as you saw there, now that was weird, right? That was weird. Okay. But the way that he hides his face and everything, it's just so that way you can't read stress lines. You can't really look at his eyes to find out where he's looking at. I mean, nothing. It's pretty weird. Here we go. Here we go. Here's where you're going to see some crazy stuff.
He's given the long version of everything we've heard so far. We should have played.
So anyway, so that's something. I mean, the whole thing is that there is a study coming out from the government this month that is a total what they call a disclosure of all information known by the government about UFOs. And that is being released this month. But from what I have heard about this is that it will be so full of fluff that it will take somebody with a serious case of OCD to go through and to read out all of the meat of this report to or somebody who's got a serious need for attention to detail to be able to go through all of this in order to actually pull out, I guess, things are in this report or actual determinations in this report. But as like anything, the government's never going to give you full disclosure on anything because it's a threat to national security. Or at least it could be a threat to national security. But, or what they determine. Now, who determines it and how they determine what could be a threat? That's anybody's ball game. But that is coming out sometime this month. And so when it comes out, we will definitely at least take a look at it. We will take a look at it. But yes, there are things that are going 2 and 3 times the speed that we're capable of. There are things that are going out there that you're seeing that are literally, hey, what's going on? Gersmont, good to see you. But there are things going on out there that, yeah, we just can't describe. There are things going on. They're seeing things out there that are defying the laws of physics as we know it. And they're just trying to figure out what to do, how to describe what they've seen. And also, there are things that are going on that you've seen that are actual shots from a camera about things that they're going, the pilots are going, I can't believe he did that. He just shifted 180 degrees axis, and we don't have anything that can do that. You know, Coach, Big Nate is definitely the mascot of the channel. He's definitely the mascot. Now, you know, you've got Alpo, who's pretty much running around in a wolf costume. But Big Nate is definitely the mascot of this channel. The fact that it went into the ocean, yeah, you know, they had photos, or they've had films of UFOs going into the ocean, and the thing that's really strange about it is it goes right into the water and you don't see any disturbance. You know, so when it goes and it violates the water's physical properties, normally you'll see a splash, you'll see ripples. You know, this thing is going at Mach 25 and it just goes right in the water like it's air. Now, how it's doing that, how a UFO is violating physical properties of water with, you know, for every action, there's a reaction. You know, at least here on Earth, you know, and this thing is going into water from the air, and there's no signs of disturbance of any kind. You know, that just doesn't happen. I take a rock and I throw it in the water. There's a large or small splash, depending upon the weight of the physical weight of what I'm throwing. And then there's ripples in the water after the splash because something violated the surface, the physical properties of the water. That's not the case with UFOs. That's just not the case. So, for an example, I have some stuff to show you.
Telescope. Yep.
Okay, now let's take a look at some video. Let's just take a look at some video so we can check some stuff out. And you tell me what you think on this next one here. It's only about a minute, 2 minutes, and we'll take a look at it.
The object stood out in stark relief against the bright backdrop of the moon. Wanting a closer look and evidence of the strange occurrence, they tried to record the objects on a camera. The footage was shot on a night with a full moon. The camera is clearly high quality as we can see distinct details of the moon's surface in the close-up shots. The strange activity begins when 3 small dots appear against the moon's surface. They fly in a distinct formation and appear round in shape. Soon, they're joined by at least a dozen other objects.
Да, вот это номер. Это что за херня? Это что за нахер такой? Это...
Andre is an astronomy enthusiast who's been studying the moon with telescopes and binoculars for over 20 years. They claim to have seen these UFOs numerous times, often appearing in groups of 3 or 4. Andre's experience with observing the night sky has provided a good sense of how high objects are when they appear in the sky. They claim that the UFOs recorded in this video were at least 500 kilometers above the ground.
Бляха-муха, армия, ёптать, армия инопланетян.
Is this video evidence that Earth has had visitors from other planets? The objects in the video don't appear to resemble commercial or military aircraft.
Да, вот это номер.
Many believe that this video provides evidence that the flying saucers aliens always seem to fly in movies might in fact be real. So are we alone in the universe? Watch this video again and judge for yourself.
Бляха-муха, армия.
So that's just one thing. That is just one thing. Now let's go ahead. It's very possible. But okay, now here's the question, Clayton. You think something pissed those aliens off? What? That's my question. What could make those aliens mad? Think about it. You know, if the book called Blue Planet Project says there's over, at that time, was 23 different species of alien. And anybody who wants one, all you got to do is go down to the About page, hit the email link, and send me an email stating you'd like to see the digital copy of Blue Planet Project, and I'll send it to you. It don't take but about 30 seconds to do it. And so you can get in on the ground floor of what's going on, of what it really means. Because when this project is really, when this disclosure is released, that's when you're going to go, okay, this is what they thought then, and this is what they're saying now, and will allow you to judge for yourself, because it's all in and it's all about yourself. What do you believe? What do you think? Not what do they tell you to think. Not do, oh, well, yeah, this is what's going on. Because all I'm doing is for strictly educational entertainment and discussion, is showing you all of these. Harlan. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. We both appreciate it. Really do. You have no idea how much we appreciate that. Thank you. Boom. There you go. What's up, Clayton?
Well, howdy there.
Howdy.
I had to do the casual southern welcome. You know what's bad? I just ran out of sweet tea, so I'm gonna get some more.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
What's also bad is I get up from the right side of my bed, and that's where my dog sleeps, is right at the foot of my bed.
Oh.
And she's a beagle, so if I'm not thinking, I might either A, step on her, or B, trip on her.
For me, it would be either trip or try to push this heavy butt dog off the bed.
She's also sleeping on my boots, so.
Because she's only about 6 feet long, and started out at 4.5, and now she's 6 foot. And has decided that wherever Daddy sleeps is where she needs to sleep, because then she can smell me, and so she feels close to me and all safe and comfy. At least this is what I've learned. And hey, J Love, what's going on? Well, it's nice to see you, J Love. And yeah, so that's a nightly thing here. Because she will literally go and lay down on the bed, just like I do, on my side, and lay down on my side and lay with her head on the pillow, just like a human being, and lays so long that literally, I mean, if she stuck her tail out, she can actually even be hanging off the bed. And now we're not talking about a twin. We're talking about a king size bed. And boy, when she stretches out, boy, good luck. Good luck. Because her legs are so long that she literally takes up half the bed.
Oh, I've had that feeling.
Well, no, that's what she does. That's what the dog does. And so then you're trying to get into the bed, and she's got your favorite pillow. She's laying on top of your blanket, and it's like, dang, dog.
Yeah,
it's
something. No, but I now have 3 patches.
Oh, 3?
Yeah, from my high school ROTC and then my brother's.
Oh, cool. Excellent.
Yeah. Also, on the 20th to 23rd, I'm going to a thing for my ROTC called CLC, Cadet Leadership Course.
Oh, awesome.
Which is basically like military inspecting your bed and all that.
Yeah, yep. And the drawers in your
foot locker
being half inch apart, your foot locker, your socks being a certain way, your boxers being a certain way, folded a certain way with creases in them.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Just chilling, coach. When you gonna put me in the ring with Nicole? J Love, now wrestling against Nicole is not an easy thing. Nicole is a little badass in Boyd wrestling. So
a little badass.
Yeah, she's a little badass. Man, she gets in there, man. She's pulling moves I haven't even seen in the WWE. I mean, she's kicking.
We have one girl in our ROTC that's like 4'11", but she can kick everyone's ass.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, that's the same with Cool Nicole. Cool Nicole. She's only. I mean, she's with the Lollipop Guild, for crying out loud. Okay.
I'm sorry. That's hilarious to me. The Lollipop Guild.
Yeah, the Lollipop Guild, man. I mean, but she gets out there in that wrestling ring, and man, she's whooping on women that are almost twice as tall as her and twice as big as her, man, and she's whooping them. I'm telling you. Now, J Love, you have real life fighting experience. Oh, and Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, really? J Love, I had no idea. TikTokitsu. Well, hang on here, Coach. Are you? Let's see here. Yeah, Coach's mod. Well, Coach, you can put in your link. You can put in whatever you want, brother. You just go for it. You know, I don't have any qualms about anything that you want to do in here in the chat. So you just go ahead, brother. Oh, that's okay, man.
My phone farted itself. No, but I found out I can be in a chokehold for over 3 minutes.
Really?
Yeah. I found it out in a not so good way, but
was it during training?
No, it was so our bus, because the high school and middle school is together.
Yeah.
So middle school and high school are on the same bus.
Okay.
Well, a sixth grader decided to piss off a senior.
Okay.
And I was basically in the middle of it, trying to stop it.
Oh, wow.
So the senior got pissed and decided, hey, how about I try to just make this boy pass out? And I was there for 3 minutes, just like, what's going on?
Wow. And so you were in a chokehold for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And survived.
I did survive. I mean, granted,
Cool.
he was doing it wrong.
Well, yeah, because if you're pressing on the carotid artery in the neck, which is on the side and not the front, then you know, if you're pressing on it correctly, man, 3 minutes, you could be dead. I mean, you'd pass out after about 60 seconds. And then 2 minutes with no blood going to your brain. Yeah, you'd be yeah, that wouldn't be a good thing. Some people could die, you know, most won't, you know, but when you're getting, you know, but that's kind of long for your brain to be without blood, because the blood brings oxygen to your brain. You know, so J-Love probably knows, you know, so since she's you're fast and scrappy. For some reason, J-Love, I believe that.
I already forgot where I put my sweet tea. I'm now a bit sad.
Well, yeah, you're talking sweet tea, man. I mean, that's like the national drink of Texas.
Here's the thing, though. I can make a whole batch. Then in like 3 mason jars, it's gone. Like, not those small ones, like those 3-cup wide mouth ones.
Well, that's what BG drinks. She just drinks sweet tea. And I can buy a gallon of it, and I guarantee you within 2 days, it's gone.
Oh, in this house, it won't last an hour. Same with milk. With me and milk.
Now, me and chocolate milk? Oh, you betcha.
Oh, yes.
Oh, chocolate milk. Oh, I'm a chocolate milk hoe.
I will fight you for chocolate milk.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't care if you're like 350, 6'5". I am fighting your ass for chocolate milk.
Right? Me too. I mean, it's live or die for chocolate milk. Mm-hmm. You know, you're talking about that. That's no, you ain't gonna get very far with that. So, Coach, what's your favorite drink? If you had a glass of something, what would it be? And J-Love, what would it be? Your favorite drink? Non-alcoholic, of course. But maybe, I guess if you want to do alcoholic,
Yeah, I was gonna
if
say.
that's your favorite drink, Sapphire Blue. What's up? Because I would say for me, yeah, if it's anything other than I guess because I drink so much of it, water.
Water.
It would have to be chocolate milk.
At CLC, that's all we're gonna have to drink is water. I'm like, no. Give us something at least that has a taste.
Well, Sapphire Blue, we were talking about UFOs for just a moment. The next thing we were going to talk about with that, because I've got some more videos, so it's cool.
Big Nate sweet tea, but non-alcohol.
Non-alcoholic. Yeah, right. Sweet tea. See, there you go. See, Big Nate Big Nate is an adopted Texan.
I mean, I'm in South Carolina, the home of the potholes, so. We just fixed one of our main roads, and there's already a new pothole in it. I'm like, how?
And not to brag, but I had 5 women jump me and came out with not a scratch. Also fought off 2 guys with knives with a beer bottle in the hand. Oh, no. J-Love, did you say Philadelphia?
I feel like, I feel like if we gave J-Love a sandal, she would beat our ass if we messed up. Like a little angry Mexican woman.
Okay. Shirley Temple. That's your favorite drink. Cool. Very cool. So now you did say Philadelphia?
Filthy.
Yeah. Philadelphia. Because I figured that J-Love was from Texas because she's scrappy. Coach says she can beat both of you and still boo Santa. Right? It's like, I don't want nothing to do with J-Love. J-Love hurt my ego. She make my ego about 2'7". But that is cool. That's a good thing to get into. A martial art in order to protect and defend yourself. And not for offense, for defense. Because we don't want to go out and actually hurt anybody. Born and raised Philadelphia. Shut up, Duke.
Shut up.
Okay, so J-Lo, so you're telling me you're a Philadelphia Beagle fan? Really? A Philadelphia Beagle fan. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm actually talking to a Beagle fan. What is wrong with me? I'm getting soft these days, Clayton. What do I do? I gotta get hard again or something because I'm actually talking to one. Oh my goodness.
I'm listening to this and my brain's like freezing for some reason.
Oh, okay, J-Lo. Now we'll have none of that in here now. A Cowgirls fan? Oh boy. Okay.
Uh-oh, you've done it now. Uh-oh.
Oh my goodness. Did I make you a mod? Wrong. A Cowgirls. Oh my goodness. What am I going to do? You know, I used to like J Love. Now I'm not so sure. Oh, she's cool. She's cool. See, she's scrappy, all right. Yeah, I'll give you that. She is definitely that. Big Nate, you're supposed to be backing me up here. Come on, Nate. Now's your spot. Here's where you're supposed to step in and go, hey, you know, all the world's a cowboy. I was just watching an episode of the Goldbergs tonight. It was totally about Eagles versus Cowboys. Really? Okay. All right, everybody. Yeah. There you go, Sapphire. There you go. Finally, somebody's got my 6. Oh my goodness. They're not Americans. Well, the Cowboys, are the team of the man upstairs. So that would encompass all of the world. So I can see that. Yeah, I can definitely see that. The Cowboys are not just an American team. The Cowboys are the world's team. How was that? That sound pretty good? What'd you think? What do you mean? Come on, Clayton.
I said yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, they're not America's team. Then why do they call them that? I mean, it was it was not, unlike some people on YouTube, it was not my idea. Okay. It would just became that. Okay. Just saying. Put a little JS on the end of that. Just saying. I know, right? No, I just have to give J Love a bunch of crap. If she's scrappy, she can hang, as you have seen. Philly has the Liberty Bell, Ben Franklin, Penn's Landing. And Rocky. Oh, please. You took his statue off the top of the stairs and stuck him behind a tree in the middle of nowhere. So much for Rocky. Oh, you have Gettysburg? Well, yeah, there was the Gettysburg Address, by, that guy that's on the $5 bill. I think. Or is he? Yeah, he's on the $5. Isn't Lincoln on the $5 bill? Well, I don't know. Money is so outdated these days. If it's not plastic, it's not fantastic. Anyway, so that was one video there. And now let me see here. Let me find another video for you. So that's another one. And God, I don't even know what the hell that was. That was one I still have not figured out. I go through a lot of these and I look at a lot of these videos that are on YouTube and it's kind of like, okay, cool. Okay, cool. And some of them I can just look at just all on my own and go, okay, that's a two-sided mirror. Okay, that's string. on all that kind of stuff. But there's some, the ones that I show you are pretty much like, how in the heck did they do that? you know, and so and that's when it goes into, that's a little different. That's not something I can say, yeah, that's fake. That's something I'm going to have to get you guys opinions on here, because it's a trip. Remember the Alamo. There you go. Okay. Well, yeah. We do have the Alamo, J-Lo. Why would the NFL make the Cowgirls America's team when Philly has so much actual history? Yeah, because we have the Alamo. And any place that John Wayne makes a movie becomes national treasure automatically. You know? Probably because all these old men are nasty. Sapphire, what you talking about? Oh, are nasty. I'm not nasty. Clayton, are you nasty?
No, I don't. Last time I checked.
No. And let's see. And I know Big Nate's not nasty, and neither is Coach. So what you talking about? Oh, you like Texas? Just not the Cowgirls. Well, I love the Cowgirls. I really do. I mean, they're the finest cheerleading squad on the planet. What was that song? Money for nothing and the chicks are free. Okay, so now here we go. We got another one for you here. And this one's kind of strange, but it's pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. Let's check it out.
Following this, a video is shown. Here we first see a large blue light hovering in the sky above the Elliott Trudeau International Airport.
Okay, let's hold on right here, because something is in the sky hovering above an airport. Well, number one, airports are airspaces that nothing other than planes, which are tracked, which are documented, which are recorded, flight patterns are recorded. So it's restricted airspace. So to have something in it floating over it, regardless of what it is, unless it's a light shining up in the sky, which I see nothing of here, at least in this picture, it's a restricted airspace, which is illegal, which means if this is anything from this planet, they're going to prison for a long time, because this is not something that the FAA or any law enforcement agency takes lightly. This is definitely not something they take lightly. So I just wanted to say that.
The light then seems to separate into three smaller lights that continue to float in the sky
Whoa.
until the video ends. One report claims that the airport was shut down due to these unidentified lights. Allegedly, that's why you can see the emergency vehicles parked out front of the building. However, there are no other articles corroborating these claims. Many viewers of the YouTube video were sure these lights were actually UFOs, with otherworldly beings making their presence known. In fact, many viewers believe it's only a matter of time before these potential aliens come down to Earth and interact with humans. Whether the interaction will be peaceful is still unknown.
which it brings up another thing here. Yes, they are supposed to let out a lot of documents. It's supposed to be a full disclosure on UFOs. Supposed to be. But now what I have learned, at least is what they've said. Okay, it's only what they've said. I can't put a lot of trust in it. But what they have said is that a lot of the UFOs do come from the moon on the, I hate to say it, but the dark side of the moon. And yeah, I know that was a Pink Floyd video, Pink Floyd songs and album, I believe. But on the dark side of the moon, and that's where their bases are. And that the government is already been working with them a long time. And we have people there. And the word back on the street is that yes, they watch us. Yes, they're aware of us. Yes, they get concerned about things that are going on. And so they go to try to basically check them out. And by their presence being there, it either keeps things from occurring or trying to determine what the hell is going on with these people on this planet. And that while we are in discussion with them already, that their statement is that we're too young of a species, and until we kind of grow up, which I have to say, I'm kind of at least believing that part. Because whenever we see something that we don't understand, what do we want to do, Clayton?
We want to find out what it is.
Exactly. So what do? We kill it.
Mm-hmm.
Could be the only one of its kind. But what is this? And so in order to determine what it is, we got to kill it. So that way we can cut it apart to find out what makes it work. Really? We don't even know what it is, but we're going to kill it and cut it apart so we can see how it's different than us. When you think about it like that, it's kind of like, what the? What? I mean, you don't even want to go talk to it, gonna try to communicate with it. No, you're gonna see it, and the first thing you want to do is, oh, we don't know what that is. We'll kill it. And now as people, as individuals, we're smart. But as groups of people, i.e. nations, or in Philadelphia's case, the state, stupid. We when we give away our individuality, we go from intelligent to dumb. And that apparently is what keeps them from coming down and actually making public contact with us. At least that's what I've heard on the street. Now, you can see or put into it whatever you wish. Okay? And I'm asking you to please make your own determination. Don't believe what I say because, I don't know anything about anything. I'm just reporting to you what I hear, and then it's up for you to decide what you believe. What are you doing, Clayton?
I'm playing Payday 2.
Huh?
I'm playing a crime game. Why not on board?
Because that's some very loud keystrokes. In fact, we hear the keystrokes better than we're hearing you.
Yeah, that does make a good point. So I get hyper focused in a lot of stuff, and I'm like, oh.
Okay, Sandy. Sandy, thank you so much for coming by. God bless you too.
Be safe, Sam.
So, but there is something else I do want to discuss with you here, and it's not showing, it's talking about something that was really pretty insane, really, when you think about what it means, what it is. And it's basically, and this came from CNN, hundreds of mysterious FRBs, which is fast radio bursts, detected in space. And it says here, hundreds of mysterious fast radio bursts have been detected in space thanks to a Canadian telescope and an international group of researchers. The origins of these bright millisecond-long flashes of light are unknown because the fast radio bursts are unpredictable and vanish quickly. Scientists first observed them in 2007. In the decade following, they only observed about 140 bursts across the universe. Okay, so you're going, okay, so what? But it all changed when the CHIME telescope, located at the Dominion Radio Astrophysical Observatory in British Columbia, began receiving radio signals in 2018 during the first year of its operation. And the CHIME radio telescope detected 535 fast radio bursts in its first year of operation. So this fast radio burst, is this like some type of communication that's like in a light? Well, the thing about a fast radio burst that's kind of crazy is the fast radio bursts that they are detecting, each one has the same energy as 3 days of sunlight. So you're talking about a fast radio burst that has been detected in a year, which is basically 1,000 days of sunlight, of energy. Think about that, 1,000 days of sunlight. And that's how much energy is in 535 fast radio bursts. So basically, if what I'm getting is correct, if this is coming from space, now they are having a chance to trace these back to their point of origin, but the fast radio burst as a whole could be the communications that we've been looking for. And if they're able to correlate where they're coming from, then this can be a mass of information if we could ever learn to be able to disseminate what it is. I mean, when you're thinking about it, you know, like a cell phone, smartphone. A smartphone has a digital signal processor in it, which captures incoming data signals and churns through a lot of data, which is, you know, your phone, which is the internet. But a fast radio burst churns through what they have determined to be 7 terabits per second.
That's a lot.
7 terabits? Okay, we're on we're on gigabytes, okay? You're talking about terabits. You're talking about terabytes. Oh my goodness. You know, so when you're looking at that and you're going, okay, let's see here. A gigabyte is 1,024 megabytes of data. Okay, so now what's a terabyte? A terabyte is 1,000 gigabytes. So, so you're talking going from what we have being a gigabyte of data, which I don't even think a phone can do right now. And then you're looking at 7 terabytes a second. That's 7,000 gigabytes of information in one little beep. That's a lot of information. So we'll go here. We'll go here to this page here. So let you look at some of the pictures. We can do that, right? We can do that. Yeah. Just so you can see. Are you able to see this this page?
What was it again? Oh yeah.
Okay. This is CNN. So this is the Chime Radio Telescope. Here. And this is a picture of these mysterious fast radio bursts. Oh, cool.
A fast radio burst is an explosion that happens in space. They're quite bright, but they only last for milliseconds.
Wow. Wow. 2 neutrons colliding? Can you imagine the amount of energy that creates? A supermassive neutron star with a magnetic field 10 trillion times, 10 trillion, not million, billion, trillion times more powerful than your average magnet. Wow. You know, and the one other video that we were looking at that we saw those little black things passing by across the moon, did you notice that it was following in the magnetic field just like we do when we're actually lifting a 420? What's going on, man?
What's up?
420, that's another brother of mine.
Mm.
Yeah, he's cool. Super cool, man. Just super intelligent kind of guy. Really is. If you get to talk to him, man, he's amazing. Amazing man. But if you notice that when we launch a rocket out into space, we follow on the magnetic lines. So we're basically going around the planet to develop speed to pick up enough magnetic pull to be launched into outer space. That's all we're really doing. You know, and so, but in that video we saw here, then that looked to be what they were doing there. If you notice, they were all going in the same direction, all around the moon, and then off into space. It's kind of interesting. Just, something I picked up. Um, but yeah, so, and now with this fast radio burst that they're finally discovering in space, and now they're able to actually track. And the one that they did track was what, 6 million light years out into space. Kind of strange. Hold up, but don't we have man-made atoms field here on Earth, and didn't they find a new atom? Sapphire, I do not know. I don't know. I have just enough. I have just enough knowledge on a whole topic, on a whole quandary of topics. But like they say, journeyman of all, master of none. I don't know. How about the MSM said there was 0 flu cases last flu season? Now they're saying this coming flu season will be the most severe. I don't know. J Love, make that make sense. I'm not, I don't know. 420, what do you think about all this? Last year, they're saying there was 0 flu cases. And now they're saying this upcoming flu season, there will be the most severe. So what you're telling me that COVID overtook flu, became flu? You did. I had not heard that. I had not heard that. I don't know I guess one disease could. I mean, so you're basically saying that the flu could be like an early version of COVID before we actually had COVID. And now that we have COVID, anybody who got COVID, that was just what, an advanced version of the flu? The flu is the C19. Really? Huh. Really? But didn't they have the flu in, because, well, when you think about it, you don't generally hear people in like the early 1900s, they get a cold, but they don't get the flu. And like back in the Western days, people had like psoriasis of the liver because they drank way too much raw whiskey, or alcoholism, which was just referred to as, oh, that drunk, but, and broken bones and, and getting bullet holes in them and all this kind of stuff. But you didn't really hear about, oh yeah, all the cowboys came down with the flu. And so we had to put off marching the cattle to Illinois for pickup on the trains. You didn't hear about any of that. The Delta stuff. Okay, Sapphire, explain to me what is the Delta stuff? I mean, I know you can't, you maybe don't remember the actual name, but Delta? Why would they call it the Delta? J-Love, have you heard anything? Yeah, the Delta stuff. What about that Delta stuff heading our way? I don't know. I don't know. 420, have you heard anything about that?
Well, I haven't heard about it, so.
Yeah. 420 may have just dropped by just to say hi. It's a possibility.
Most likely, but
a new variant of of COVID. Oh goodness.
Is this like a new strain, or is this like a new like African, like Brazilian strain? Like,
I guess they're saying it's a new variant of COVID.
Because
That's
I've heard
like,
there's so many new variants. Like,
really, I don't know. You know, all I know is if you've got it in your bloodstream, okay, which if you've had it, you do. I'm pretty sure that your white blood cells have already familiarized. Yeah. Um, familiarized themselves with it. And so now they know how to attack it. You know, and J Love, I don't know. I guess maybe people are tired of wearing the mask.
I know my state is.
You know, now, I mean, now with my job, we go by, you know, the National Centers for Disease. You know, so when they say, yeah, okay, you can take the mask off, then we can take the mask off. It was in a vaccinated person in Hawaii. Really? Were they suffering from symptoms? Or yeah, herd immunity, it could definitely be just that. It could definitely be herd immunity. You know, it's there, but it's really not. What's different about it? You know, I just, huh. Look. Okay. The Delta variant is the most recently designated variant of concern as classified by the World Health Organization. That means it's one of the 4 variants most concerning to global health authorities. Okay, so we have the Alpha, the Bravo, the Charlie, and the Delta. I'm guessing. I don't know. I'm just making it up.
I feel like there's going to be so many, it's going to go through the entire phonetic alphabet.
Right? There is limited research regarding whether or not the Delta variant causes more severe illness than other variants. Early data suggests that Delta is more likely to lead to hospitalization. Yeah, you're right. Than Alpha. So yes, we're going through all of the all of them. Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, Edward.
Wait, Edward.
Echo. Duh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, Edward doesn't sound like that's part of it.
Yeah, Echo.
Like I'm half awake, and that took me a second to realize. Like, wait,
hold on. What's an Edward?
Yeah, no, Echo. I don't know an Edward.
Let's see. Associate professor of emergency medicine and international health at Johns Hopkins University, which is pretty high up there university, told USA Today that doctors have seen an increased likelihood of hearing loss. Well, that would suck. Severe stomach pains and nausea in patients infected with the new variant. The hearing loss would suck like a major. That would not be good.
Mm-mm.
Stomach pains and nausea, that would not be good also. The Delta variant now accounts for more than 6% of sequenced virus samples in the U.S., in the U.S. Center for Disease Control and Prevention. Yeah, when you guys tell us we can quit wearing the mask, then that's when I can quit wearing the mask.
You know, one thing I don't trust about the vaccines as a company is like, this is 90% effective. Then another company came and said ours is 94. So the original company said, we recrunched the numbers. It's now 95% effective.
Right.
And then another company came and is like, guys, ours is 70% effective. Like, what?
You know, you're right. But, you know, my whole thing was, if you never buy the first year of a car, okay, because after the first year, in the second year, they work all the kinks out, all the major things that are wrong with it that don't work right and stuff like this. So you don't get the first year of a car, you get the second year, because that's the year where they're getting things down. And the third year is about when it's about as good as it's ever going to get. And if it's bad, it's bad. And if it's good, then it's good. And around the fourth, fifth, sixth year is when they start slacking a little bit. But so when they just said Pfizer has come out with the first vaccine, I was like, oh, I ain't touching that.
Johnson & Johnson's got discontinued, if I hear correctly.
Yeah, I believe I heard the same thing. But the Moderna vaccine is probably, if I was ever going to get it, that's the one. And that's the one that they offered at work. They said, hey, if you want it, show up at this day at this time, or if you're already here, just come by and we'll go ahead and give it to you. But okay, a HEPA filter does not kill the COVID-19 virus, but the elements that can transport the virus attach to the filter, so they cannot circulate in your area where the HEPA filter is being used. Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh, I did not know that. What about using somebody else's phone? Unplug it. Well, that's a start. And use a lint-free cloth slightly dampened with soap and water. And don't spray cleaners directly onto the device. Yeah, that would be bad.
A lot of people don't understand that you can't wash your computer.
No, you can't. It's more contacting. Yes. Yeah, that's what it says here. Vanessa.
Yeah, I was going to say, hey, Vanessa.
Hello, Miss McCready. How are you today?
Hello, Jenny. Fine. Duke, have you watched Gomer Pyle?
Yes.
Golly, drill sergeant.
Right? You sound like Gomer Pyle.
My stepfather says that a bunch, and I'm like, So I decided to watch it, and I can do his voice pretty well.
Right? Vanessa, how are you doing? I'm fine. I just woke up because it's morning time for me. Oh, really?
I mean, it's 2:52 a.m. I slept as soon as I got home.
I don't know what I did, actually.
You don't remember what you did?
No, I don't. Let's see here.
Oh, yeah, I got checked up. So turns out I have a little bit of tinnitus.
Uh-oh, we've got a blue alert.
What's a blue alert?
Blue alerts mean officer's been down.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah, with all the stuff that's been going down, I'd prefer not to talk about all this. Like,
right? Yeah. Yeah, people have been flat out just nuts.
Yeah, last time there was a funeral home for an officer got degraded by some activists.
Let's see. Okay, right now in Manila, in the Philippines, in Manila, it's 2:53 in the afternoon.
It's 2:52 a.m. for me.
In Tokyo, it's 3:53 p.m. All right, Coach. Hey, Coach, thanks so much for coming by, brother. I really do appreciate it. I hope you found something in here entertaining, or at least enlightening. And let's see, Cape Town, Africa, it's 8:53. In Sydney, Australia, it's 4:53.
And in BGville, it's deviled egg time.
Oh, in BGville, it's now deviled egg time. What?
Hey, BG.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good.
And right now in Moscow, it's 9:54 in the morning.
Where's Clay from?
I'm from South Carolina, the home of the Pro Bowl.
Is that Dress Blues?
Yeah,
Oh wow, are you starving?
he's about to.
I'm in RTC right now, so technically no.
All right, well, hey.
I'd say technically yes, because I mean you're being treated like you are in the
I've been in
military.
military.
I mean, we're not allowed to get shark attacked, so I don't get the full experience.
It's missing something.
No, it ain't. It's got tons of mustard in it. Tons of pickles, tons of everything.
I don't know. You'll have to bring me more so I can determine.
Kenneth, that is so bad.
You're going to have to bring me more so I can determine what it is that is lacking.
Nice talking to you, Clay.
Nice talking to you, BT.
Oh, Sapphire, you've been watching Gomer Pyle, MASH, Andy Griffith at Three's Company?
On. So our TV, our dish for our main TV, we make sure it only has like 3-4 channels, which is the Andy Griffith Show, Gomer Pyle, some cop show.
Like Starsky and Hutch.
Yeah, that's what I think it is. Starsky and Hutch.
Yeah.
I forget what the fourth one was. MASH. There we go. And that's all that's on there. Plus
really? Well, that's some good shows.
Yeah.
Cool Nicole, beautiful Cool Nicole world. Cool Nicole, we were just talking about you and about how much of a badass you are on Boyd Wrestling over with Coachism. And Big Nate, this is who we were talking about how much she can just kick people's butts like you've never seen. TV Land, yeah, that's it. So now I'm wondering where LaDonna is, because LaDonna says she wanted to come up here because she had a few rabbit holes she wanted to get into.
Well, LaDonna's wherever LaDonna is, so we got that straightened off.
Yeah, LaDonna in Tennessee or LaDonna in something. I don't remember. You see her match on Coach Wrestling before? Yeah, Nicole's a little badass, boy. She can whip some butt. I'm telling you, she's a great wrestler. And also, what I hear, she's also a pretty good bowler. Which is something I'm good for like one game. And in the second and third game, it just gets progressively worse.
Yeah.
Like I could bowl. I went out one time and bowled like a 230. And then my second game was a 160. And my third game was like a 125.
Ooh.
Yeah, it just got progressively worse.
I mean, if that was golf, it would have been way better.
If it was golf, it wouldn't be 125, let me tell you.
No.
The last time I golfed, I shot an 86.
I have not played golf in like never.
Well, I haven't played a game of golf since COVID. Because
I haven't done anything even before COVID.
Yeah, no, one thing I was good at, was driving. Now, I could drive a ball. And I went to the local contests here. In fact, it was on a golf course about 20 miles away from here. And I was in the top 20. And I went to the regional finals in Houston. And that is where they were down to the top 10 and I did not make it.
Oh.
Because if I had made it, I think I was in the 20s. Okay. But if I'd made it inside the top 10, and it was just not my day. That's all I can say. Because nobody there hit a ball farther than what I could do. Then I would have been able to go to the national finals in Vegas. And they generally have them on TV somewhere around Christmas time. They show the actual on TV the actual finals. But yeah, I didn't make it. But the only thing was they didn't hit a ball farther than what I could do. They just hit it farther that day than what I did.
Yeah.
I couldn't get it past. I think what was it, 360, and they were hitting it 395, somewhere around there, 395, 400 yards, and I just didn't get it over 360 that day. So, oh well.
Yeah.
But that was something that I've always been good at. Even when I started golf, I was hitting it and I was popping it out there, and that became my thing, Didn't matter where it was. If I could hit the driver and I could get it out there, I had a shot of at least getting a par. Oh, you have bowling later today. Okay, cool. Cool.
I just realized the guy shaved before like the 20th of this month. I'm like, because CLC, they want us to be clean shaven and all that.
Well, I've never had the type of face, as you can see by my picture.
Yeah.
I've never had the type of face where I've had to shave like every day. It's been like every couple days, every 2 days, I have to shave. But I can go one day, and most people will never know that I didn't shave, and I don't know why, but that's just the way it was for me. Yes, Sapphire Blue, LaDonna in Texas with her little tomatoes that she likes to throw at people.
Rotten or
there's J-Lo. You're back. Well, good. It's good to see you again. I guess. Kind of, sort of. Anyway.
Back to UFOs.
So anyway, and the only reason that I'm actually even really on this right now is because there has been so many experiences lately. I mean, you go to MSN, you go to Yahoo, you go to Fox, you go to CNN, and they're talking about all of these experiences that pilots, that people are seeing on a daily basis now. That it wasn't like that before. But people are literally encountering UFOs every day. And people are actually seeing every day. So it's like, so something's going on.
Yeah, you know what I find a bit suspicious?
What?
Like, as soon as some alien stuff is like declassified, there's suddenly like a giant influx of UFO sightings, like recent ones.
Yeah, that's true.
Which I find.
Go ahead.
I find a bit suspicious that a few documents are declassified, and now there's like hundreds of new videos.
And I don't know which maybe you could tie it into that, as well as it's there. So they release documents, and then all of a sudden videos show up, and it basically tells what the documents were showing. It basically shows you, here it is. Yeah, here it is. So I don't know. It
Yeah,
could
like we
have
don't.
nothing to do with it, or maybe it's because now we've released the information stating this, that now we can show you the videos of this, whatever it's, saying, late breaking news, the document says that there are this kind of UFOs, that have flashing rainbow lights on it. And the next thing you know, that's what you see.
Did we change the term UFO to fast unknown object or something?
Well,
Someone
actually,
changed
yes,
it or
they did.
something.
It's now unidentified aerial phenomena.
But UFO sounds so much better than UFP or UFP, is it? Unidentified flying phenomenon?
UAP.
UAP.
Yeah, or I call it backwards, call it POW.
Oh.
Because it's phenomena that's aerial, unidentified. So, so I call it POW.
To be honest, UFO sounds way better.
Oh, I agree with you. I agree with you. That's why I still call it a UFO, because if I said a POW, people would start going, "What's a POW?"
Yeah.
So so I just call them UFOs still. I think it's become the terminology for an unidentified aerial phenomena.
Mm.
Or at least that's what I think, so. Yeah, a POW. Yeah, which is, see, a POW, P-O-W. Actually, it would be a PAU. How old were these classified documents from? It's the latest and greatest of the supposedly everything they're releasing this month is everything they have up to date on the description of, yeah, there you go, J-Lo, a POW. Phenomenon that's aerial, unidentified. You got it. But there's just so much out right now. In fact, I could probably go here. Let's see. Let's see. And that is something. Just on a side note here, I believe they should make Juneteenth a national holiday.
June what?
Juneteenth. I believe they should make it a national holiday. I really do. It's something that's deserved. And I believe you could make Juneteenth as far as not only a quote unquote black holiday, which of course it would definitely be, but just for all ethnicities who have been used, abused, suffered. You could type it. You could put in there.
Mm-hmm. Especially the native people of their lands, like from America.
Yes.
Canada really, really did not like the native people there.
Oh yeah, and especially those schools that they put them in.
Yeah.
And they basically just abused the hell out of them. Where most of the kids that went in there didn't make it out.
Yeah, at that point, that isn't a school.
Yeah, that's a center for torture.
Which I don't want to compare. I want to compare it to something, but it wouldn't really be something good to compare with because it's not that comparable. A word most politicians used with Trump and during his thing.
Hey, here's something. Texas in 1980 became the first state to officially recognize June 19th as a state holiday. Of all places, a southern state like Texas became the first state to recognize it as a state holiday.
That's
kind of wild,
Yeah,
What place
I
would you?
let my dog out of my room, and now she wants immediately back in as soon as I lay down. Get in here, Clubbo.
Well, and there are 3 states, North Dakota, South Dakota, and Hawaii, that do not officially recognize Juneteenth. You know, also known as Juneteenth Independence Day, Freedom Day, or the day that I grew up, the Day of Emancipation. But yeah, I do think they should make it a federal holiday. It's deserved. With everybody that has seen, you know, the murder of George Floyd and other Black Americans.
What was the recent one? Dante Wright, was it?
Yeah, yeah. That you know, I mean, you want to make a George Floyd holiday? Well, make it Juneteenth and make it the holiday of ethnicity. So that way, really, you could go around and you could say, okay, this is a day where we recognize Indians for what was done to them and how they helped build America. For the Hispanics, for the Asians, for the Irish, you know, for African Americans, you know, and just make it a day where you recognize that, you know, that without all of these different ethnicities,
we wouldn't be who we are today.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I'm all for it. I am all for it. No, I didn't see anything today on UFOs on like MSN.
One thing that irks me is people yelling, "Why did that officer pull out the gun during like the shooting?"
Yeah.
See, cops aren't trained to use their tasers as much. All that their department does is to train them how to shoot and de-escalation for
Or
some
when
of them.
not to shoot.
Yeah.
And they do it, you know. But yeah, they don't emphasize enough. I'm with you on this, to use the taser. You know, to use other means. You know, I mean, it's basically there's a tree, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's for every action, then you're supposed to go one step above.
Someone has a fist, use your baton or a taser. They have a knife, have a gun.
Well, it's supposed to be when they're coming at you with the fist, you use soft hand techniques. When they're coming at you with a weapon, then you go with hard weapon techniques or soft weapons. Hard hand techniques, or use soft weapons.
Hey,
like
Philly girl.
clubs, like tasers, you know, things of that nature.
But most times they don't use. Cops are told most times not to use a taser if there's only one of them, because it's not always effective. Loose clothing can stop a taser.
Philly girl, what's going on, Philly girl? Thank you for stopping by and showing some love. Let me ask you, why do you call? Oh, you want her to ask me what I call Philly? Okay, I'll tell you why I call Philly. I call Philly Filthy Delphia. And I call them the Filthy Delphia Beagles.
Don't say that while my beagle is here. That's me.
I know he absolutely loves Philly. Okay. I guess Philly girl knows me.
J-Love's starting to get mad here about it.
Well, see, fortunately, J-Love is in Philadelphia, so, which is in Pennsylvania. And just in case anybody didn't know, and Pennsylvania is one heck of a long way from Texas. Just saying.
It is. Even from South Carolina, it's heck of a way.
Just like LaDonna, you definitely could not throw tomatoes that far away. It just wouldn't happen.
J-Lo could possibly do it if she's angry enough.
That's true. You know, there's a lot of ladies out there that can do, and
I mean, anger gets a lot of things done. Don't get that confused with anything.
Come on, Vanessa, you're supposed to have my 6. Oh, I'm a wonderful friend. Well, thank you, Nicole. I appreciate that. I really do. Nicole, now see, J Love, you better watch it because I got Cool Nicole watching my 6 now, and Cool Nicole, man, she got my back. I'm telling you. Well, we have been known to throw things, or yeah. But see, the good thing is, for the most time, you'd have to get pretty physical in order for a lady to throw something and actually try to hit you. Most ladies I've known, when they're throwing things, it's out of frustration or to get your attention. They don't actually want to hurt you unless you've been trying to hurt them. That's when, man, you're gonna get beamed, but you're gonna get beamed with a skillet.
One thing that surprises me that my friend isn't like dead right now is he argues with his mother a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm here like I argue with my mother once and I am getting the shit rocked out of me. Like I never understand city people. And like never. Like how can you argue with your mother and not get pummeled into the ground?
Right? Oh no, arguing with your mom? Oh no, because
Maybe
if you
with your
argue with
dad
your
a
mom,
little bit.
that's when she tells you, "I'm gonna tell your father." Oh, you done screwed up then.
Oh, yep, you did.
You done screwed up because dad's not playing.
You
Mama
can mess
come
with
out,
your dad a little bit, but you mess with Mama Bird.
you know, because you can mess with mom for a little bit, and she says, "I'm about to get you." You know, I'm about to get you. She gonna give you some warnings before she actually goes to war.
Yeah, but your dad don't.
But no, your dad, no, he's coming in one thing. Oh, I heard you did this. Bend over. Nuh-uh. Okay, and he just grabs you and then you bend over. And then that just adds extra licks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Of course,
My father was the type of you should know, you better know this, and if you aren't, I'm going to tell you this once.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Unfortunately, I think that's about the way I was also. There you go, Skies. What did you say, son? Son, wow.
Just
now, I got to say, I was tough on my son. I was very tough. You know, in fact, and I know this is going to be bad. I know nobody's going to like it, but I pretty much told my son, I said, son, I said, first place is winners and second place is the first losers.
Mm.
You know, if you're going to do something, you're going to do it to win. You're going to do it to succeed. Anything less than winning and succeeding is failing. So I understand that we can't all be successful at all things that we try, because you've got to try in order to learn what you can do and what you can't.
Mm-hmm.
I said, but if you found something you can do, you're going to give it 100% every time. And anything less will not be accepted. So, yeah, and it was put a lot of pressure on him. It really did.
Yeah, that's one thing I don't really enjoy at times, is having all this pressure on you.
Yeah, you know.
Like I was lucky enough to let my dad let me live my childhood for a little while.
Yeah.
What's up, Phobo? She wants out. Hold on.
So I don't know.
Come on, go.
I guess it put a lot of pressure on him. And then, I wanted him to play football, and he didn't want to play football. And and I wanted him to play football because my football coach made a huge impact on me. It had a lot to do with me at least attempting to succeed in life, and gave me a lot of good counseling and training on learning how to be a good man.
Mm-hmm.
And so I guess that's why I wanted him to go into football, to him to get that one-on-one time with a coach, somebody he really respected. But he didn't want to do that. And he never did. He went to music, and he pretty much taught himself how to play. And if you go to my little channel and you go to videos, you're going to see a video that says, I believe, Razor Carenti. And that's my son playing the guitar. And you get to see that and actually see he's pretty damn good. He's pretty good.
See, I'm really good at drums. That's one thing I've been good at. That and clay pigeon or skeet shooting.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
The first time I did it, I got 13 out of 16 clay pigeons.
Really? That is good.
And it was also my third time shooting a shotgun.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Man, I must have spent. We would go down to the train tracks, and we would take this little single disc thrower, and we would go down and we'd carry dozens and dozens and dozens of clay targets in our pockets, in backpacks, and all this kind of stuff. And we would go down to the train tracks with a shotgun, and it took me probably 2 summers to hit absolutely anything. I couldn't hit the broadside of a barn if it was 2 feet in front of me with a shotgun. I literally couldn't hit anything. And then that 3rd summer, the first time we went out with that shotgun, and I was attempting to shoot clay targets again, I started hitting them. And to this day, I have almost never missed. I didn't say never missed. I said almost ever missed another target, another anything with a shotgun. I don't know what it is or what happened or what clicked, but when it did, it stayed. But it took basically 2 years before I could hit anything.
Yeah, J-Love, if you're getting bruised from the shotgun, from the recoil, the best thing to do is probably get a second rubber padding to put over it. Because if you're just taking the stock into your shoulder, I don't think that's that good.
Or actually, here would be my suggestion. Hold your shotgun closer to your shoulder, on your shoulder, and pull it into your shoulder. Because what's happening is the reason you're getting a bruise because it's loose from your shoulder. And so it goes up when you shoot and back down into it. So it's almost like getting a punch in the shoulder every time you shoot. If you hold it firmly against your shoulder and you keep it attached to your shoulder, then your entire shoulder moves rather than it pops the spot. Yeah, it hurts for days after. That's what you do. Okay. Or maybe, because you're, in the lollipop guild, then maybe you should go with the smaller gauge of shotgun so it doesn't You know, because I mean, a 12 gauge, you know, is the standard, you know, for a shotgun. But there's a lot of other shotguns that you can still.
Yeah, I found out what
shoot,
you know how.
that are a little better, you know.
So
Go ahead.
I found out that some police agencies that still use shotguns use a round called double up buck.
Yeah, double out buck. Oh yeah. See, J Love is shooting a 12 gauge. Now it's
I
not
tried
similar, but I would try a 20 gauge. 20 gauge is much, you know, 12 gauge is 0.72 caliber, but a 20 gauge is like 0.58. So even though it's smaller and it's a little less powerful, but at the same time, I mean, the amount of shot in a shell is pretty complementary to a 12 gauge. And I believe that then you wouldn't have those problems. You know, I believe that would probably solve a lot of that. Because, I mean, Skydub, aliens, I bet you won't kill us. Duke, bet I will. Dear sirs. Right?
Yeah, back to that first UFO video, I think it was, with like all those little dots going over the moon.
Yeah.
I was thinking something had to happen for them to bring out that much force.
You know, and that's the whole thing. If something pissed them off,
what happened if we piss them off?
What if we could have, you know?
What we do it by accident?
Or maybe they're just going out and making their nightly run. You know, who knows? But they were following the same magnetic pattern that we do when launching from the Earth to the moon or the great beyond. You know, then that's what's kind of.
I like to think either A, something pissed them off, or B, they're making a beer run.
That's it.
Yeah.
Clayton, you got it. They're making a beer run. That's what it is. I
They
should have known.
They ran out of beer.
I should have known. Yeah, they ran out of beer. They're watching World Day Soccer and went, oh, man, we're out of beer. Yo, Rud, go get some more beer. Well, there's a 7-Eleven down in Tijuana, man. That's the closest. Okay, cool. See you back in about 5 minutes. You know, I mean, I can see that. Yeah, I can definitely see that. You don't mind at the end of the day. You know, the one thing is, J-Love, you know, yeah, it's an adrenaline rush. Shooting a shotgun. It really is. It's an adrenaline rush. You know, I mean, I love it. I do. I just love it. You know, because I mean, I go to the firing range a lot. You know, and so and I'm about to get a new pistola. Actually, I'm about to get 2.
Ooh,
you know?
What calibers?
9.
9mm.
Yeah, a Beretta 92S version 2, and then going with probably one of the best handguns that's lower price. You know, that isn't $1,000.
Yeah,
$700. It's a Canic, and Canic has come out with this Canic TP9 Elite SC. And it's basically the carry version. Because the thing about Skies, yes, I have had a Philly cheesesteak, and it was the best I have ever had. Because I've tried it in other places, and it just wasn't the same. And I don't know what it is, because, I mean, you know.
They're Philadelphia. What can you do?
Sliced steak or fried onions or mozzarella cheese or whatever kind of cheese that they put on it is that way everywhere. You know, it's in a packet. It says Kraft mozzarella cheese. Is Kraft mozzarella cheese in all 52 states or 51 states or whatever. But for some reason, it just tastes better. I don't know what it is. but it just tastes better. I mean, literally, it's the type of toe curling kind of stuff.
Yeah,
They
J
go
Lo.
DC4L, Dallas Cowboys for life, baby. You got it.
Hey, dude.
Yeah.
Just remember, civilian Berettas are better than military Berettas. Military Berettas are like hand-me-downs. They've been taken apart so many times.
I would tend to agree with you just merely on the fact that everything has to be standard. So
Yeah.
you can't have adjustable sights. You can't have a sight you can actually use. The barrels are probably kind of worn a little bit because everybody is using them, because you've got so many people that are firing through them that you can never actually tell if somebody's actually cleaned the weapon properly, which was my thing, but yeah, so it's chrome with wood on the handle.
Ooh.
Yeah, it looks pretty sweet. Pretty sweet.
Going fancy, are we?
Well, kind of. I didn't have much choice in it, but yeah, it's kind of fancy. But the Canic, I mean, you're talking about a 9mm pistol with with a 13-round magazine and a 15-round magazine. That's about the size of I don't know. It's probably about the size of your hand. So when you're talking about carrying a weapon, that's a
small thing.
Yeah.
Unless you're Shaquille O'Neal. And then
Now the one good thing is here in the state of Texas last month, they officially approved a bill which makes anybody over the age of 21 can carry a weapon concealed anytime, anywhere except schools and churches and hospitals.
Places that don't allow weapons.
And you don't need a license. The requirement for license was removed. So now, when you get to 21, if you're going to the grocery store and you feel like you need to carry a weapon in the grocery store, you don't have to go get a license. You can do it all on your own just because it's a part of the Second Amendment of the right to defend yourself. And that's what Texas has gone under. And so now you don't need a license. And since it was approved and it was announced, do you know crime has dropped over 12%? I know they all say, well, everybody's carrying guns. There's going to be, mass shootouts. No. Sorry. The last thing you want to do if you're a criminal is go somewhere where you're going to have more of a chance of getting killed yourself than getting what you want, the money, or the car or the new laptop or the Sony PS5 that you're trying to steal. If you know that you could die by doing that. Now, the shooting that was in Austin, if you're ready for this, there was one down on the Party Street of Austin, 6th Street, or 6th Street, because actually 5th is for the rainbow community, 6th Street is for college and young people who want to go down and party, with everybody and listen to bands and, just have a good old time.
Good old time.
Finding the next Saturday Night Lover. And then 7th Street is for the kinky community, where they can go down to the S&M clubs and all this other kind of stuff. But the shooting that just happened, 14 people were wounded, one person died, was done by two 17-year-olds.
Did you hear what happened in Florida with the 14 and 12-year-old?
With what?
So two kids broke out of a foster home and basically there's a video about it, but they broke into a home, and basically a guy told the officers, "Hey, there's guns in there." They basically had to shoot the 14-year-old girl who is still alive, but the 12-year-old boy just gave up. And the sheriff of that local department said, "What the fuck are these foster homes doing that these kids are doing this?"
I'm
Like,
telling
he
you.
swore on live TV about this.
Yeah, it's crazy. Sapphire, that's true. Your son is a what? And he has been approached by illegals. Thank you for letting people carry without a permit. Yeah, right. It has done amazing things already. And we're talking like 2-3 weeks in, and they're already noticing a difference.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
California, a judge is trying to appeal the some of the quote unquote militaristic weapon bans.
yeah, well, they already did, but now they're trying to appeal. At least from what I know, they put it in where they've lifted the 10-round capacity. You know,
Yeah, now there's a lot more rules that are confusing still.
yeah, but now the alcohol, tobacco, and firearms came out and have decided that they want to change back to a more restricted form of pistols. You know, like the AR-15s with a 10-inch or 7-inch or
The
5-inch
ATF
barrel.
or the AR pistol.
Yeah, they have pretty much come out with a new way that they want to judge how a pistol can be assessed as a short-barreled rifle or an SBR, and they came out with this new little sheet here, and they've kind of made it like a game, really, because they've got all these things, and it says it has to be below this length, the barrel has to be below this length.
And the chart is, it has to be
is like this, then it's 2 points. And if the stock is like this, it's 1 point. And
Can
if
it
the
not be
stock is
over
like
4
this,
points
it's
though?
4 points. But anything over 4 points is 15 years in prison.
Mm-hmm.
And just about everything we have today that's been legal up to this point now, since they changed to the new rule, is illegal if they release these new restrictions that they've just basically decided to change their mind. We'll go back to everything you have currently will then be a short barreled rifle, which would require a permit. And until they do, if you have one and they catch you with it, you about to spend 15 years in prison for owning an illegal firearm.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
California is weird.
That's kind of got me bothered. Yeah,
California
is absolutely chaotic. I'm telling you, if I could take if me and BG could just kind of get up and just go to somewhere out in the middle of nowhere, I'm down.
It's not California.
I am so down with it because people are going crazy these days. I mean, literally insane to the point that it's just like, I'm having some problems now with this because I'm getting to the point when I see a young lady who's an illegal immigrant who comes across and is basically looking for somebody to find her because she's been so abused that some sick bastard has literally cut her lips off with a pair of scissors. Okay, can you imagine somebody taking a pair of paper cutting scissors and cutting your lips off? Think about that. And that's a sick bastard. Okay, I don't care if you kick my dog. I don't care if you blew my car up. That goes beyond justice. That's a whole nother level of sick puppy. okay, to do something like that. Yeah, the level of insanity that is. Dude. Okay. And this is the kind of stuff I see on a consistent basis every day, is the after effects of people who have taken girls 15, 16 years old, doesn't matter to them, put them in a whorehouse, and after they get raped about 1,000 times, like 5 times a day, kick them out in the desert so somebody can find them, run them through the process, and send them back to their families screwed up beyond belief of all of humanity. Okay?
And who knows, it might happen again.
No, this happens every day. And I'm not talking one, I'm talking hundreds a day. Okay?
Oh yeah, Jeffrey Dahmer
is making me hate human beings. Period. That's how it's making me feel. And I don't normally say stuff like that. But that's how it's making me feel. It's making me hate humanity for the way that people treat other people.
We have, as long as history's been, humans have never, like in a large area, have gone along.
Yeah, I understand that, but I don't know. I mean, and yeah, and I agree with you, because when you think about it, think about Thanksgiving. Okay? Think about Thanksgiving, that wonderful day where we all sit around with our families and eat turkey and stuffing and cranberries and hot rolls with butter on them. And then we go sit in front of the TV and yell at our favorite football teams and make it through about half the game and fall asleep in just peaceful bliss. Okay? Think about that for a second, and then go to the way that Thanksgiving was started is when the Pilgrims came over from England onto this country, and the Indians were there, and they were very friendly. They accepted the Pilgrims in with open arms and taught the Pilgrims how to grow crops, what to grow, where to grow it, gave them the seeds to be able to grow wheat and cotton and and rye and things of that nature. So what did the Pilgrims do?
Abused them.
No, here's what they did. They went and abused what they grew and turned it all into beer and drank it, and all got drunk for like 6 months. Well, then the winter was coming around and they didn't have any food. So what did these wonderful Pilgrims do, who had been shown such love and appreciation and acceptance? They went over and killed 720 men, women, and children, and annihilated an entire Indian village so they could steal the food so they could survive. And that was the day of giving thanks. And that's how Thanksgiving was born. So we're celebrating a holiday on the death of 720 innocent men, women, and children. How's that sit with you? So you're right. And that's the truth. And how do I know this? Where's the receipts, you ask me? Go to the library in the House of Congress and look up the diary of the Indian, I forget his name, but you can Google it and look it up. on the diary of what really happened in Thanksgiving, and you'll read the diary and you'll be able to see the pages where a person who was there wrote down what happened because he was one of the few that escaped. And then you tell me about celebrating Thanksgiving this year. That's, again, what's making me hate humanity as a whole. Because people are treating people like dirt, like less than, like non-existent, non-caring. And yeah, there you go, J-Love. They promised them freedom only to rape them and then kill them, or rape them and torture them and kill them. Okay? And this is logic. This isn't propaganda bullshit. This is the truth. Okay? And a lot of people can't handle it. And I understand that. And that's okay. And I completely understand that. And it's not even something you may want to think about, especially when, you know, it's what, 2:45 in the morning and you're about to go to about to go to bed, not fed.
You're getting a bit tired there, dude?
Huh?
You sound like you're about to get a bit tired there.
I am getting tired because I'm about to have to pop a pill and stop real soon here because my wonderful little epilepsy that I have gotten the last couple years, which is another crazy thing, but that's another time.
Yeah.
And yeah, the genocide, the people like Mr. Jones, who made those 900 people drink the Kool-Aid and commit mass suicide, and the way the cartels, yeah, the Sinaloas,
How like the Romans mistreated the barbarians as well in history.
oh yeah, yeah, you know, and it's happened throughout. I just think now, instead of, at least when they were killing, the Romans were killing everybody, or the Vikings were killing everybody, or something like this. Yes, there was always, I believe myself that there was always men raping women. I do. But at the same time, and that's basically torturing a woman, and it's a horrible thing, and it literally screws people up for a long time when that happens. But at the same time, they weren't putting them out on the street corner and making money off them. They weren't torture and abusing them. They would go in and kill them and rape the women and then kill them. But there was none of this extended period stuff where they would torture and burn their toes off one at a time and skin them alive while they were alive and all this other kind of vicious crap. You know, there was a certain level, there was a level of violence, and then it pretty much stopped. You know, they didn't get in all that other kind of stuff, the sadistic kind of stuff or torture that they do these days.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what it's Sapphire. That's exactly what they do. The coyotes tell them, okay, for this amount of money, you got 3 tries. You get sent back, we'll take you back across. After the 3rd try, then that's more money. And then they come over here and they put them into a whorehouse or a massage parlor here in Houston. Go Google Houston, Texas, and look at how many people, how many massage parlors there are. And oh my goodness. All right, Clayton, you take care, man. You know how many massage parlors there are in Houston, Texas? Oh boy. Probably, 1,000. No, there ain't that many. But I would say there are at least 300. Yeah, I would say 300. 300 massage parlors in Houston, Texas, probably each one with 15 to 20. That's a lot of massage parlors. Let's face it. Look at this, okay? Let's go to something legal that's kind of risky. How about bars? Because I'm telling you, there's 300 massage parlors. I don't know if there's 300 bars in Houston. Now, Houston's got a whole bunch of people, probably 6-8 million people in it. Or maybe 8 million, 8 to 12 would probably be a better estimation. But I don't think there's 300 bars in Houston, Texas. I don't think. Could be wrong. But I can tell you this, there's probably 300 massage parlors in Houston, Texas, because it's the number one place in the world for illegal immigrants to get into the U.S. Hey, and I'm not just making it up. Look it up for yourself. If you're really interested, really wanting to know, go look it up. I'm telling you, go look it up. It'll shock you. It will shock you. Oh, Braden, that's okay. You've been gone for a while. I understand, man. I hate to say it, but yeah, I'm about to log off. And you know, guys, I have to tell you, J Love, thanks for hanging out with me. Nicole and Nate and everybody and Sky. Oh, I played Red Dead Redemption 2. Yeah, I've got it. But guys, I didn't mean to go that far south, okay? Because we just went a little far south here. But I don't know. I guess I had to say it. I guess I needed to say it. Maybe I just worked it out for myself. Maybe I kind of relieved some of the stress I was having over it. I don't know. I don't like getting that real about anything, especially on YouTube, because there ain't a whole lot on here that's real, especially YouTube, with your justice community, your gamer community, your drama community, your crime community, your Boit community. Man, people are on there acting like 13-year-old kids. All of them. Well, no, not all of them. A lot of them. Braden, I agree with you. You guys deserve the best out of life. Living your best life that you can. And that is true. If we stuck together, we would be unstoppable. Unstoppable as people, unstoppable as nation, unstoppable as a state. Yeah. Then yeah, we would be pretty unstoppable. J-Love, most people don't brag about their intelligence if they're actually of high intelligence. I don't know. All I'll tell you is I don't know nothing about anything. Or basically, I know a little bit about a lot, but I don't know a lot about anything, you know. Um, yeah, I kind of stay away from the news media also. It's, I mean, it's crazy. It really is. If there's anything I could wish for you guys, I wish for you guys peace, love, patience. Oh boy, patience. That's a good one. Patience, clarity, focus, vision. I just wish the best for all of you. I wish the best for everyone. Everyone on YouTube. And boy, they fighting right now. They fighting like a big dog. Um, Jalen, what are you talking about? We could agree to disagree, but you started this, guys. Guys, what did you guys? What are you guys talking about?
Hello.
Okay, so I had to talk to BG for a second. She's on my butt. So anyway, so let me go ahead and show you this last thing here, and then we'll just leave it at that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the Hall of Fame. Going to go to the Hall of Fame in here, and we'll see if we can find. Okay, my friends, we're going to just go here to the Hall of Fame and pull this up. And J Love, you're going to love this one. I'm telling you. If anything, J Love, here's what I want you to do. This is for you and Braden. Okay? And Sky. Okay. So I want you to watch this, and you're going to love it. I believe you will. So here we go.
The paranormal, a user named as KittyK38 shared this creepy incident that was captured on her home surveillance camera in the middle of the night. All seems to be perfectly fine for a large portion of the video. The billboard's table looks to be completely intact. The television on the nightstand doesn't turn on by itself, but after a while, something very weird and frightening happens out of nowhere. Take a look.
At first, it seems as though perhaps the batteries on the toy car were a bit weak, which could have caused it to move a little bit by itself. But as soon as the teddy bear lifts up and flies past the camera, it is clear that something is definitely wrong. If I was the homeowner and I noticed this while reviewing the footage, I would be absolutely terrified. Let's just hope that this Reddit user eventually gets the answers that they need.
There you go. How about that? Well, J-Lo, what'd you think about that one? Yeah, way. Yeah, way. Yep, that is in the Raging Saint Hall of Fame for ghosts. But yeah. And so you can look at that, and I've looked at it probably 100 times. Okay, it's in perfect clarity. Okay, you see the little car move across the pool table, and yes, that could be anything from low batteries to not being turned on completely, any number of things. And then it hits the teddy bear, and the teddy bear moves down. Okay, so it went over, hit the teddy bear. You saw the lights flash, and then the teddy bear falls over. Other than it actually moving and starting this whole thing, all well within the outer limits of reason, okay? But when that bear comes up and starts out from a sitting position and then goes to the right and then the left and then back to the right across the screen of the camera, let me tell you something. That's not a teddy bear riding on a string, okay? Because that changed direction, changed movement. It went from down to up. It went from right to left and then back to right. There you go. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, that's unknown forces that we are unaware of. And being in perfect clarity shows you that that ain't no joke. So there you go. One from the Raging Saint Hall of Fame. And that was for you. Guys, I want to thank you for coming out. Thank you for hanging with us. And J-Love, you're going to have to show us that video. Definitely going to have to show to you. But my dad was recording at Disneyland on a sunny evening. He caught some floating orb in front of the camera. Could have been the glare of the sun or something, but one orb. Yeah, it could have been. But anyway, y'all, thank you very much for coming out, for hanging with me this evening. I'm very glad. I'm grinning right now. You guys have really helped me out a lot. Really helped me out a lot by just getting that off my chest, you know. Wow, it didn't, huh? But anyway, guys, y'all take care. Y'all be safe. God bless y'all. And thank you. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Later.